Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to iTutorTherapy, back with another video. This is teacher Adele, like always. Thank you so much for coming today, and today I'm gonna tell you 5 big mistakes that I made when I was a new teacher at iTutorGroup. Alright, so when we are new teachers, or not even new teachers necessarily, just we start working with iTutorGroup and we have our own way of doing things, and then the more experienced we get and the more time passes, we realize that we were wrong and we made some mistakes. Now, the first thing I made was I was teaching without any kind of backup connection. So, and that means if for any reason the power goes out and my router is disconnected, that's it. I don't have any internet. And when you do that, of course, you are losing the session money, you are getting disconnected, which is not good for your record with IT, and at the same time, you might even lose your full attendance bonus because you got switched. So if you are very careful trying to not cancel any session and, oh my god, I can't cancel, I have to work, I don't want to lose my attendance bonus, and suddenly you get switched, that might affect your attendance bonus and that might affect your completion bonus. It depends on what contract you're on and your pay structure. It's not good for you anyway to lose that money. So I always recommend you to have a backup connection, whether it's your phone using a hotspot option or it is a battery powered 4G router that works with a SIM card. It's everywhere right now. You can always try to do that as well. Just in the end, have a backup for your connection in case you lose it, which happens all the time, and it doesn't matter where you live, what country you're working from, it's all the same. Sometimes internet connection falls down and it drops and it disconnects and you cannot do anything about it. And honestly, just to be general with the backup thing, you should have backup from everything, even a backup to the computer you're supposed to work from. So many times the computer will freeze, so many times your computer will just go black and die. The mouse will stop working, the keyboard will get funky, the webcam is not gonna work. It doesn't matter. If it happens to you in the middle of a busy teaching day, you will not have time to figure out what the problem is, and the easiest thing to do for you is to swap this computer with someone else's computer or your second backup computer to continue working. It is not worth it to risk it every time you're working. Just remember this, every time you work on a computer without a backup, every time you work on a network without a backup, you are risking it, and one time you're gonna regret it. The second mistake that I made is actually trusting that my salary will arrive on the time it's supposed to arrive every month, and making plans assuming everything is gonna be okay. Well, while I have done this many times, I had many plans depending on the salary arriving on the day it always does, and I was lucky, but I had other months where I made plans assuming the salary will come on that day and it didn't come and my plans fell apart. And the closest thing was in August 2019. I think it was July. The closest thing was in July 2019 when they said that the salary is going to be delayed for a couple of days, and I had plane tickets, I was traveling somewhere, but I was counting on the money coming from this month to fund my trip because I didn't have enough. And then when the money didn't come for a couple of days, I had to cancel my plans and I had to cancel the plane tickets because it's not worth the risk. You never know when the money will come. So I recommend for you guys to never do that. Of course, always have savings on the side, always have money saved on the side. In the end, you cannot trust the banking systems, especially with international wire transfers, and it's very, very smart of you to actually postpone your plans for at least a week after the salary comes. I mentioned this in another video before because it's related to your stress and to the kind of pressure that you put on yourself, and it's very smart to actually just eliminate this kind of stress on yourself by a simple money planning and just planning your finances, planning your commitments to start a little bit later after your salary is supposed to come, not immediately on the day it is supposed to come. The third mistake that I made is actually to email teacher support, very long emails, pouring out my heart, complaining about something that I don't like or about an unfair rating or something like that. I came to the conclusion that when you email teacher support very long emails, they either ignore them, they don't read them, or they will give you some generic answer that doesn't satisfy you or help you in any way. While this is not perfect or ideal in any way, but also I'm trying to think from their perspective, where they have to deal with literally thousands of teachers complaining or not happy about something. It's very hard to keep everyone satisfied and happy. And at this point, I think it's on us to decide to write the email, raise our hopes and our expectations, and then feel disappointed, or just find a different way to deal with these problems. Now, the types of emails that teacher support will actually respond to rather quickly is anything related to your teacher profile. This is from personal experience. They write an answer in the same day. But if you're gonna email them complaining about something or inquiring about something that's not very important or just general, you just no. It's never worked for me. They either answer too late that I don't even remember what I was talking about in the email, or they don't answer at all. Like, I remember until now I have a ticket, or a couple of tickets actually. One is like 4 months old, the other one is like 2 months old, and no one answered. So just save yourself some headache and heartache when you write teacher support. And if you're gonna have to write them because something really needs it, then you have to make your email short and to the point. Don't expect they're gonna read any long emails, because they probably won't. And even if they do, they will not answer you the answer that you deserve or you were expecting. And that's it. Now, the fourth mistake that I made is actually I worked too much. Back when things were good and we had too many classes, I was actually not greedy, but I was actually excited and happy to have so many chances to make money, and I worked so much. I worked myself too much, and it ended up affecting my health. It affected my physical health. I started to get dizzy. I started to have pain in my neck and my back. I started to feel that my eyes are blurry and I don't see very well, even though my eyes are perfect right now. The important thing is, when you work yourself too much, it's not worth the money that you're making, and you're gonna end up spending that money on fixing yourself again, or you're gonna end up just getting burned out and take a very long break and not working for a long time, which evens things out again. It would be the same if you were just working in a moderate amount every day without stopping. So be careful with how much you work. Don't go crazy with it. Don't overburden yourself. Give yourself some time to relax and have fun and not work and not think about iTutor or anything related to iTutor, because if you do this, if all your life's just around this job and iTutor and money and teachers, and it's just depressing and it's not very good, and it's just a source of pressure instead of source of income. Fifth mistake that I made when I was a new teacher was I never used to check the recent feedback of the students that I am teaching. And that means I go preparing the materials, but I am not prepared for this particular student. I don't know their needs, I don't know their problems, I don't know their opinions about stuff, and that means I am setting myself up to get a low rating. So many clients are hard to satisfy, and so many clients complain a lot, and when you check the recent feedback on my session page before you go into the session, you are much better prepared than if you don't know anything. Now, the decisions that you make after you check the My Session page, it can be many things. It can be, in some extreme cases, you just think that I can't handle this student and I'm just gonna cancel this whole session like so many teachers do. Or it can be you paying attention to what he complained about and try to not repeat the same mistake that the other teachers made. The important thing is, it was one of the most important things that made me avoid random low ratings, and by paying attention to the students' feedback and complaints, I either dodged the bullet completely, or I actually ended up making them happy and getting good ratings from them because I focused on the things that were upsetting them in the other classes, and things were cool. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. The only thing that's different in this video is I actually tried to add that green screen effect instead of just having a boring background behind me. Let me know in the comments if you like this or no. And I'm also shooting this video on my iPhone. I'm not shooting it on the camera because it's a little bit more convenient, and for some reason I feel it's a better quality picture and audio. Also, please leave comments on the video quality and the audio quality in the comments under the videos so I will know what to stick with from now on. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me a lot. It supports me and motivates me to continue digging and finding more things to make videos about and help more teachers. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Stay healthy and stay safe and take care. See you next time. Peace.